各位傳媒朋友，大家好，歡迎嚟到私隱專員公署嘅記者會。或者開始之前呢，我哋先請大家為專員影幾幅相先。或者我哋都望一望中間。或者我哋都有請專員拎一份報告影相啊！好啊，我哋邀請埋另一位講者。係咪大家都 OK 啦？好，唔該晒。咁我哋準備開始今日嘅活動。再唔該晒大家，我再一次歡迎大家嚟到個人資料私隱專員公署嘅記者會。今日嘅記者會主要以廣東話進行，當中會有英文摘要，最後會係答問時間。Welcome everyone. Today's media briefing will mainly be conducted in Cantonese with an English synopsis, then followed by a Q&A section. 而家我哋會將時間交俾個人資料私隱專員鍾麗玲女士。May we now invite the Privacy Commissioner for Personal Data, Ms. Ada Zhong. Ms. Zhong, please.
各位傳媒朋友，早晨，大家好。咁下禮拜咧就過年啦。咁我首先喺呢度咧就祝願大家龍年龍馬精神，身體健康，萬事勝意。今日咧我係會介紹翻私隱專員公署去年嘅工作嘅總結，亦都會係發表一份呢係有關電子點餐嘅私隱關注嘅報告啦。咁同時咧，我哋亦都係會發表一份呢就係有關點餐嘅時候點樣保障個人資料私隱嘅貼士單張嘅。首先呢，我哋係會用中文呢係介紹幾份報告啦。接住落嚟呢，就係我會用英文呢係作出一個總結嘅。咁之後呢，係歡迎傳媒朋友係提問。Good morning, friends of the media. As Chinese New Year is just round the corner, I would like to first of all wish you a very healthy and joyous Chinese New Year. I'm pleased to share with you today the work of my office for 2023. I will also publish a review report on the privacy concerns on electronic food ordering at restaurants, and also a pamphlet on the tips for protecting personal data privacy when ordering food using either mobile apps or scanning QR codes at restaurants. So I will be publishing one report and one pamphlet today. I will first present in Cantonese to be followed by the summary in English. Those media who are English speaking, please bear with me for about 20 to 30 minutes. 回顧返2023年呢，我哋喺保障個人資料私隱方面呢，其實係面對相當多嘅挑戰嘅。咁喺2023年呢，大家都知道啦，個人資料外泄嘅事故呢係增多嘅。咁其實我哋收到嘅通報事故呢，可以話係創歷年嘅新高。咁另外我哋亦都係繼續係打擊起底嘅罪行啦。喺2023年嚟講呢，可以係話成果最豐碩嘅一年。咁而新興科技同埋人工智能嘅發展呢，亦都係為我哋嘅工作呢帶來好多嘅挑戰。因為呢啲新興科技同埋人工智能嘅發展呢，在呢都帶嚟一啲對個人資料私隱嘅衝擊。咁所以呢，其實喺2023年嘅9月份呢，我哋亦都係發出咗一個使用 AI 聊天機械人自保10招嘅單張嘅，係為市民大眾呢係提供一啲係tips 啦，點樣保障自己嘅個人資料私隱。咁而網上平台嘅廣泛應用呢，亦都係令到我哋呢係非常關注嘅。咁尤其係喺譬如舊年呢，我哋亦都做咗大量嘅宣傳啦、教育嘅活動啦，提醒翻市民點樣喺網上呢，譬如社交媒體平台啊，或者係用一啲網購平台嘅時候，點樣去保障自己嘅個人資料私隱。咁喺舊年嘅6月呢，我哋亦都檢視咗10個本地消費者常用嘅網購平台，亦都係出咗報告嘅。咁至於個人資料詐騙嘅情況呢，就呢個我唔需要多講啦，因為大家都睇到2023年呢詐騙嘅個案呢一直係有上升，咁而詐騙嘅個案亦都層出不窮，所以我哋喺呢方面呢亦都做咗大量宣傳啦同埋教育啦嘅工作嘅。咁喺舊年嚟講呢，特別亦都有一個新現象呢，就係呢個通訊軟件係被騎劫。咁呢個呢，我哋喺舊年10月呢，可以話係第一個機構呢係出嚟係發咗新聞稿啦，提醒翻市民有呢個個案嘅發生，同埋提醒翻市民呢，佢哋係要小心係防範呢啲黑客係攻擊佢哋嗰個即時通訊軟件嘅。喺查詢嘅數字方面啦，喺2023年呢，我哋係接獲呢接近係16000宗嘅公眾查詢個案，較2022年呢係上升呢係7%。咁而大概1/3嘅查詢呢都係有關收集啦同埋使用個人資料。咁例如係譬如話收集呢個香港身份證嘅號碼啊，或者副本。咁呢個呢就亦都有好多查詢嘅。咁而其他嘅查詢呢，就主要係有關我哋處理投訴嘅政策啦、私隱條例嘅應用啦、處理同僱傭關係相關嘅個人資料啦，同埋查閱同埋改正個人資料嘅要求。咁好多時呢，就係一啲公眾呢去到一啲機構度，佢哋想查閱一啲個人資料，而佢哋覺得機構俾佢哋嘅回覆呢係唔滿意嘅，咁所以佢哋就嚟到我哋呢係查詢或者甚至係投訴嘅。 咁喺舊年嚟講咧，我哋亦都係接到咧793宗有關套取市民個人資料作詐騙用途嘅查詢。咁較呢個2022年前年咧係輕微增加咗12%嘅。投訴方面啦，投訴方面咧喺2023年咧，我哋係一共係收到嘅投訴個案咧係有3582宗，較2022年咧係下跌咗7%。咁呢個咧其實係主要咧係因為我哋處理嘅起底個案咧係有大幅係減少嘅。咁而投訴入邊咧就當中咧係92%咧係涉及投訴私營機構或者一啲個別人士，而8%咧係涉及投訴咧公營機構或者政府部門。咁我頭先講到咧，我哋處理起底嘅個案咧係大幅係下跌。咁大家可以睇下呢個圖表咧，係同私人就係同呢個起底數。咁呢個投訴咧就係由2022年630宗咧係下跌到2023年嘅525宗，下跌嘅幅度咧係大概係17%。咁如果大家睇翻藍色嘅部分咧，咁藍色嘅部分咧就係我哋經網上咧係主動巡查發現嘅起底個案。咁呢個咧係由2022咧係下跌到咧係2023年嘅下跌到2023年嘅231宗。咁其實下跌嘅幅80%嘅。2023年頭5位私營機構被投訴嘅對象咧，如果係以個別嘅業界嚟睇咧，就2023年咧就係銀行同埋金融業啦，同埋物業管理業咧就係佔多嘅，其餘嘅咧就係零售業啦、電信業啦，同埋醫療服務業嘅。去到循規審查啦。喺循規審查嚟講咧，係舊年我哋一共進行咗393次嘅循規審查啦。咁同2022年嘅個案係差唔多。咁但係喺呢個資料外泄事故通報咧，咁我頭先亦都有介紹啦，就係歷年嘅新高。喺2023年咧，我哋一共係接獲咗咧157宗嘅資料外泄事故通報，48宗咧係嚟自公營機構。而109宗咧就係嚟自私營機構。咁如果話成個數字嚟睇，157宗對比翻2022年咧係大幅增加50%嘅。咁如果大家睇翻呢個投射片嘅右手邊咧，大家會睇到呢個資料外泄事故咧，其實涉及黑客入侵嘅咧係有超過40%，而另外咧27%。就係涉及一啲遺失文件或者便攜式嘅裝置。咁而另外嘅事故嘅原因咧，就係經電郵郵遞或者傳真係意外咁披露個人資料。另外就係僱員違規啦、系統錯誤設定啦，同埋其他嘅原因。咁大家會睇到啦，其實喺黑客入侵方面咧，係超過40%咧係涉及黑客入侵。咁而舊年嚟講咧，大家亦都要記得咧，喺譬如話9月、10月開始咧，亦都有涉及一啲即時通訊軟件係被騎劫嘅個案。咁其實如果係以實際嘅宗數嚟睇咧，我哋係喺2022年咧涉及黑客入侵嘅資料外泄事故通報咧，係一共有29宗。咁但係喺舊年咧係大幅增加超過1倍，係去到64宗。即係全年嚟講咧，我哋收到嘅資料外泄事故通報而涉及黑客入侵嘅咧，係一共有64宗，就比前年嘅數字咧係大幅增加超過1倍。咁而呢64宗入邊咧，係有23宗咧係涉及一啲即時通訊軟件被騎劫嘅個案。咁呢啲即時通訊軟件被騎劫，雖然你話睇嗰個數字得23宗，但係佢涉及嘅帳戶咧， 其實係大概咧係1600個帳戶嘅。睇翻2023年資料外泄事故涉及嘅黑客組織或者勒索軟件啦，喺呢個圖表咧，大家會睇到2023年咧涉及嘅黑客組織咧，即係通報嘅事故涉及嘅黑客組織或者係勒索軟件咧，係有 Lockbit 啦、Blackcat 啦，同埋有其他嘅。咁大家會睇到 Lockbit 同埋 Blackcat 咧，其實咧就係佔比較常見嘅兩款嘅勒索軟件。Lockbit 咧就有6宗係通報嘅個案啦 ，Blackcat 就有2宗啦，咁而其餘嘅咧都係單位數字1宗嘅。咁我哋希望咧，亦都披露呢方面嘅資料咧，係等機構注意翻呢啲黑客組織或者勒索軟件咧，係為機構嘅資訊保安咧係帶嚟潛在嘅風險同埋威脅。咁我哋亦都希望咧，機構係採取足夠嘅保安措施咧，係加以防範嘅。講到起底方面嘅工作啦，我哋喺2023年咧，一共係處理756宗起底嘅個案，相比2022年嘅1764宗係大幅減少57%嘅。咁大家會睇到呢個大幅減少嗰個。我頭先亦都有介紹咧，其實主要嚟講咧，就係因為我哋喺呢個網上發現嘅起底個案咧，係大幅減少咗80%。咁如果係由修訂條例開始實施開始睇咧，即係由2021年10月開始睇，去到舊年年底咧，我哋一共係處理咗2884宗起底嘅個案。咁呢個包括咧，我哋收到嘅投訴個案啦，同埋我哋主動經網上巡查發現嘅個案。咁我哋收到嘅投訴個案起底嘅分類係點呢？其實主要嚟講呢，主要嘅原因呢就係金錢糾紛同埋家人或者係感情糾紛。咁淨係呢兩類呢，都已經係超過係60%嘅個案。咁至於係證件糾紛呢，大家會睇到呢，只係2%。咁其他嚟講呢，就可以話係五花八門啦。就包括譬如話屋宇嘅管理啦、鄰居飼養寵物啊，或者甚至係喺網上咧，大家遊戲咧係發生一啲糾紛，咁而起底第三者都有嘅。咁大家會睇到咧，我哋呢個分類咧，其實話證件糾紛嘅咧係大幅係下跌。咁其實我哋喺舊年處理嘅起底個案咧，點解會大幅下跌咧？咁我相信咧係因為我哋嘅執法嘅成效啦。咁另外咧，亦都係有關呢個社會係嘅氣氛啦，亦都係整體上係比較平和係有關嘅。發出停止披露通知方面啦，喺2023年呢，我哋一共係向23個平台係發出咗378個停止披露通知，要求佢哋移除呢係超過1萬個起底訊息。咁亦都好開心向大家報告翻呢嗰個遵從率呢係超過95%嘅。雖然呢啲平台呢絕大部分呢都係喺一啲海外經營嘅平台。咁而我哋喺2023年呢，除咗係移除個別嘅起底訊息之外呢，我哋亦都係成功移除咗117個用嚟做起底嘅頻道，即係成個頻道係移除咗。咁呢啲頻道咧入邊可以係有幾百個起底嘅訊息，甚至係有過千個起底嘅訊息。咁如果係由修訂條例2021年10月開始計咧，我哋係一共向41個平台係發出咗超過1800個停止披露通知，係涉及咧28000個起底訊息。28000個起底訊息，咁而遵循率咧，亦都係超過95%。咁而除咗係移除個別嘅起底訊息之外咧，我哋亦都係成功係透過呢個發出停止披露通知咧，係移除咗192個用作起底嘅 成條嘅頻道。咁好似我頭先話齋啦，呢啲頻道入邊咧，每一個頻道可能都已經有幾百個起底信息，甚至係超過1000個起底信息。刑事調查方面啦，喺2023年呢，我哋係就住140宗個案係展開刑事調查，咁呢啲個案呢都係起底相關嘅個案，咁亦都係將31宗案件呢係轉介俾警方呢係繼續跟進嘅。咁點解要轉介俾警方呢？因為係條例之下呢，如果係比較嚴重嘅起底罪行，真係有一個指明傷害發生咗嘅話呢，我哋係需要係轉介俾警方去跟進嘅。咁另外有啲個案呢，因為佢亦都涉及一啲係其他條例嘅罪行，即係唔係私隱條例嘅罪行，咁我哋亦都係會轉介俾警方去跟進。咁而拘捕行動方面呢，舊年我哋一共係展開咗30次嘅拘捕行動，係一共有31人係被捕，包括呢個拘捕行動入邊呢，就包括2宗呢係同警方嘅聯合拘捕行動。咁整體嚟睇呢，由條例生效2021年10月至到舊年12月31號呢，我哋係就住254宗嘅個案呢係展開刑事調查。咁一共呢係將63宗案件呢係轉介警方係跟進，咁亦都係展開咗呢42次嘅拘捕行動，一共係拘捕咗43人嘅。咁而被捕人士將事主起底嘅途徑啦，大家會睇到呢個圖呢，其實主要嚟講呢，90%係經由社交媒體平台同埋即時通訊軟件係對呢個受害人係作出起底嘅。咁呢個情況呢，我相信亦都同呢個社交媒體平台啦，同埋即時通訊軟件嘅盛行啦、普遍嘅使用有關嘅。咁另外呢嘅途徑就係張貼單張啦，譬如喺街度啊，喺呢個受害人嘅住所附近啊，係張貼一啲單張啦，甚至咧係亦都有啲個案咧就寄一啲信啊俾佢嘅鄰居啊，咁樣去將佢起底嘅。講到推廣、宣傳同埋公眾教育嘅工作啦，喺2023年嚟講咧，隨住社會復常咧，咁我哋嘅講座咧，除咗係舉辦網上講座之外咧，我哋亦都舉辦咧就係實體嘅講座。咁而全年嚟講咧，我哋係舉辦超過400次嘅講座，亦都吸引咗超過36000嘅人次係參加。咁而喺社交媒體貼文方面咧，我哋亦都上載咗咧係超過600篇嘅社交媒體貼文，係推廣翻保障私隱嘅信息，亦都提醒翻公眾，譬如係提防詐騙啊咁樣。數據安全方面啦，因應舊年發生好多呢個有關數據安全嘅資料外泄事故啦，特別係喺第3季、第4季開始啦。咁我哋喺數據安全方面咧，亦都做咗大量嘅工作。咁特別係咧喺舊年譬如話11月咧，我哋同呢個生產力局咧就聯合咧就係出咗一個調查報告，就有關呢個香港企業網絡保安準備嘅指數。咁同時咧，我哋亦都推出咧數據安全咧係3大新猷，包括咧數據安全熱線啦、專題網頁啦，同埋喺個網頁入邊咧有一個數據安全快測嘅好容易用嘅工具，就等企業特別係中小企嚟講咧，就可以利用呢個快測，好方便同埋快捷咁咧，係睇下佢哋嗰個資訊系統咧係夠唔夠安全。咁另外我哋亦都係舉行一系列嘅講座啊，甚至咧係會派員工咧去到機構嗰度咧係度身訂造，為佢哋咧係舉辦一啲課程嘅。咁喺2023年嚟講咧，我哋一共係為115間機構咧係提供咗內部嘅培訓課程，加強宣傳防騙信息啦。面對好多唔同嘅詐騙手法，可以話係層出不窮啦。 我哋亦都係盡量係加強宣傳，提高市民嘅防騙意識嘅。咁我哋咧就係以個人資料咪亂俾，踢走騙徒靠晒你呢個主題咧，就係推出咗一系列嘅防騙嘅短片啦。咁喺舊年6月開始咧，就已經係陸陸續續喺電視台啦，亦都係網上平台、地鐵車廂咁樣係播出。另外我哋亦都係印製咗一啲精美嘅單張海報咁亦都係派發俾各區嘅民政事務處啦、社區中心啦、長者地區中心、學校啦。咁我哋亦都喺各大嘅交通網絡嘅運輸嘅網絡同埋網上平台咧，亦都係宣傳翻我哋防騙嘅意識。特別係喺舊年嘅農曆新年期間啦，同埋聖誕節嘅時候咧，我哋都我自己親身啦，亦都去到呢啲老人中心嗰度咧，就係為老友記係宣傳防騙嘅意識，希望佢哋咧係加強係防範呢個騙徒啦。咁私隱公署咧可以話係一直咧係與時並進，因應係涉及個人資料私隱嘅唔同嘅社會議題咧，係適時為市民大眾咧係發出一系列嘅指引。咁喺呢個投射片嗰度咧，我就係羅列咗幾個係呢個例子啦。譬如話，我哋咧就喺呢個12月咧係發出咗呢個跨境資料係轉移嘅指引啦。喺呢個喺呢個9月嘅時候咧，我哋就發出咗呢個使用 AI 聊天機械人自保嘅10招單張啦。咁而喺8月嘅時候咧，我哋亦都發出咗呢個家長放閃嘅須知。咁較早前啦，喺舊年嘅6月，我哋就已經發出咗呢個資料外泄事故嘅處理啦，同埋通報嘅指引。咁呢個咧都係希望提供一啲指引係俾機構或者係市民咧就可以係跟隨，同埋咧係更好咁保護佢哋嘅個人資料私隱。喺舊年咧，我哋亦都舉辦咗一個旗艦嘅活動咧，就係私隱之友嘉許獎。咁呢個咧就主題咧就係實踐私隱管理系統，建立信任，共創雙贏。就向企業係推廣咧，係設立一個個人資料私隱管理系統嘅重要性。咁而有關嘅頒獎禮咧，就喺舊年8月咧係已經圓滿舉行，並且係請得咧係政制及內地事務局局長曾國偉局長咧係擔任主禮嘉賓。咁一共咧就係有138間企業啦、公私營機構啦、政府部門咧都係獲得嘉許嘅，就係表揚佢哋喺保障個人資料私隱方面嘅決心啦，同埋表現。咁跟住落嚟呢個環節咧，就係有關我哋今日發表嘅一份報告，就係有關呢個電子點餐嘅私隱關注。咁我喺呢度或者請我哋首席個人資料主任郭主任介紹下，唔該。
唔該，專員。咁而家接落嚟咧，我就會介紹一下我哋今日發表有關呢個電子點餐私隱關注嘅一個實測報告啦。咁我相信大家都會發現咧，越嚟越多嘅餐廳咧就進行緊電子點餐。咁我哋入到去餐廳嘅時候咧，好多時候咧，侍應咧就會印一張 QR code 俾你啦，或者台面上面已經有個 QR code，呢啲二維碼咧，咁你可以透過呢個二維碼咧就進行點餐，或者有啲嘅餐廳咧，甚至有啲嘅手機應用程式咧，你可以透過呢個 app 咧去進行呢個電子點餐嘅。咁當然啦，透過呢啲嘅電子點餐方式咧，就可以有好多便利同埋好處啦。咁但係我哋公署留意到咧，因應呢啲嘅電子點餐咧，亦都會涉及到收集個人資料嘅。咁所以我哋咧喺舊年11月去到今年嘅1月咧，我哋派員咧就走訪咗咧總共60間本地嘅餐廳，咁去實測佢哋呢啲餐廳去提供電子點餐嘅時候咧，收集同埋使用個人資料嘅情況。咁我而家咧就簡單介紹下我哋個實測嘅結果嘅內容啦。咁大家會喺圖表度見到啦，我哋 有10間，右手邊啦，有10間嘅餐廳咧係會提供一個手機應用程式㗎。呢啲主要係一啲大型嘅連鎖餐廳啦。咁另外我哋亦都走訪咗咧50間係提供二維碼點餐服務嘅餐廳嘅。咁我哋可以睇睇個實測結果啦。咁我哋發現咧第一樣嘢啦，就係所有被檢視嘅餐廳咧都有提供非電子點餐嘅方式嘅。咁譬如啦，就係如果我唔想用電子點餐，咁我可以透過叫侍應落單啦，或者咧直接去收銀處嗰度點餐。第二點啦，我哋發現咧有4間喺50間裏邊咧，有4間提供二維碼點餐服務嘅餐廳咧係會收集個人資料。咁喺呢4間餐廳咧係會要求客戶咧喺點餐或者結帳之前咧自己選擇咧係提供一個流動電話號碼或者一個電郵嘅地址嘅。咁而其中一間餐廳咧喺收集顧客嘅手提號碼進行點餐服務之前咧係冇提供收集個人資料聲明咧去說明有關收集資料嘅目的或者用途嘅。第3點啦，喺10間嘅提供手機應用程式點餐嘅餐廳裏邊咧，有4間咧係必須顧客咧係註冊咗帳戶之後咧，先可以用呢啲嘅應用程式去進行點餐。而喺註冊帳戶嘅過程裏邊咧，係會涉及收集顧客嘅個人資料啦，包括佢哋嘅姓名、電話號碼或者電郵地址等等嘅。即使啦，有幾間即係除咗頭先所講嘅4間餐廳之外咧，另外6間咧係容許顧客咧用訪客身份咧用呢個手機應用程式點餐咧，亦都有機會咧係收集客戶嘅個人資料嘅。咁6間餐廳咧，首先啦就你會見到啦，第一行啦，就係呢6間餐廳係容許顧客咧係用一個訪客身份咧去透過手機應用程式點餐嘅。而另外有2間咧係完全係可以唔需要提供任何個人資料咧，亦都可以完成點餐同埋埋單咁樣啦。咁但係另外即係當中有4間咧喺埋單嘅時候，即係你結帳嘅時候咧，係會收集佢哋嘅姓名、稱謂、電話號碼或者電郵地址等等嘅個人資料嘅。好啦，第5點我哋嘅發現啦，就係所有提供呢啲手機應用程式點餐嘅餐廳咧，其實都係會透過呢啲應用程式咧去進行用戶追蹤同埋直接促銷嘅。所涉及嘅資料咧，包括有啲咩咧？大家會見到啦，包括有 cookies 啦、裝置資料啦，即係可能你手機上面嘅一啲 IMEI 啊，或者你嘅位置啊、交易記錄啊、喜好行為或者你嘅購買記錄等等嘅。同時啦，呢10間嘅餐廳咧，亦都喺佢哋嘅收集個人資料聲明裏邊咧，講到明係會將顧客嘅個人資料咧用作直接促銷嘅。喺呢10間餐廳裏邊咧，9間咧係會提供選項，係會問呢啲顧客咧係咪同意收取呢啲嘅推廣信息或者促銷資訊。但係呢9間裏邊咧，有7間咧將呢個選項咧係預設咗做同意嘅，即係話其實你唔揀嘅話咧，佢就會事先幫你揀咗同意去接受呢啲嘅促銷資訊啦。咁另外有一間咧嘅餐廳咧喺呢個應用程式裏邊咧係冇提供呢個選項俾顧客咧選擇係咪同意佢哋嘅個人資料咧用作直接促銷嘅。好啦，呢個表列咧，你會見到我哋簡單咁去比較咗咧用呢個手機應用程式同埋掃描二維碼點餐嘅私隱風險。我比較想 highlight 俾大家睇睇嘅咧，就係右下角嗰度咧，關於二維碼點餐啦。因為一般嚟講咧，二維碼點餐咧就未必會收集個人資料嘅。咁但係咧，如果你哋掃描咗一啲被鼠改咗嘅二維碼咧，可能會帶咗你哋去一啲嘅假網站，或者咧令到個顧客咧喺個設備上面咧下載咗一啲嘅即係不為意地下載咗一啲惡意軟件啦，令到你儲存喺手機上面嘅個人資料咧會有外泄風險嘅。呢度需要大家留意啦。好啦，同日我哋今日咧同時咧亦都發表咗一個啦保障私隱貼士嘅單張，咁咧就希望咧可以俾翻顧客啦同埋餐飲業界咧一啲保障個人資料嘅建議。喺俾顧客嘅建議方面咧，咁我哋分咗2部分嘅。第一部分咧係關於手機應用程式點餐，第二部分關於二維碼啦。咁我先介紹一下關於手機應用程式點餐嘅一啲嘅建議。 顧客咧應該去先了解下呢啲嘅應用程式係會查閱啦、收集啦或者分享一啲咩嘅個人資料，然後再自行決定係咪要下載或者選用有關嘅應用程式啦。而當你決定要下載嘅時候咧，亦都應該透過官方嘅渠道咧下載呢啲應用程式。第二點啦，顧客應該係諗諗究竟我為咗堂食點餐嘅功能咧，係咪就直接就要用呢啲嘅應用程式同埋開啟呢個賬戶啦？會唔會我哋可以用一個訪客嘅身份點餐啦，唔提供任何個人資料啦？而提供呢啲個人資料係咪只係一個唔超乎嘅適度嘅資料啦？甚至係完全唔需要提供資料嘅情況底下咧，都可以進行呢啲嘅點餐嘅。另外啦，當你去下載呢啲應用程式，使用呢啲應用程式嘅時候咧，應該要去仔細咁閱讀收集個人資料聲明，了解呢啲餐廳咧收集個人資料嘅目的同埋用途。當你用呢啲應用程式嘅時候，亦都要考慮嘅實際需要，了解下個存取權限，然後咧將呢啲嘅預設保安或者私隱設定咧設置到最高嘅私隱權限。另外啦，亦都要留意翻呢啲手機應用程式有冇提供選項俾你哋去選擇同意或者唔同意呢啲直接促銷，根據你哋自身嘅需要啦，作出相應嘅選擇啦。另一方面啦，關於 QR Code 二維碼點餐嘅一啲嘅建議啦，頭先都有提過啦。掃描二維碼之前呢，你哋應該要去提高警覺，留意呢啲二維碼咧有冇被鼠改，唔好掃描一啲來歷不明嘅二維碼。當你掃咗呢個二維碼之後，咁佢會導向你一啲佢嘅網站或者第三方嘅點餐平台啦，要留意下呢啲平台嘅真確性，確保咧係去翻你真係要去點餐嘅地方啦。另外啦，當你被導向咗一個點餐平台嘅時候，亦都最好先了解下係咪可以喺唔提供個人資料嘅情況底下咧就完成點餐，又或者咧淨係提供最少資料咧去完成呢個點餐嘅行為啦。另外，盡量咧係用手機內置嘅功能咧去掃描呢啲二維碼，避免下載一啲第三方嘅二維碼掃描應用程式咧，而增加手機受到惡意軟件攻擊嘅風險。最後啦，亦都盡量都唔好，就我哋會建議你哋啦，盡量都切勿將呢個二維碼咧上載到社交平台，因為咧避免有機會第三者咧透過咗呢個二維碼咧係代你進行點餐，導致一個財物嘅損失嘅。另一方面啦，我哋借呢個單張亦都希望俾餐飲業界一啲嘅建議。第一點，向顧客提供一啲唔涉及收集個人資料嘅點餐方式啦，包括非電子點餐方式啦，或者你用一個電子點餐方式，但係唔會收集個人資料啦。透過手機應用程式點餐咧，亦都希望呢啲餐飲業界咧可以容許顧客咧係用一個訪客嘅身份去點餐，而唔收集佢哋個人資料，或者真係按實際需要啦，收集最少量嘅個人資料。而提供二維碼服務嘅時候，亦都要同樣啦，亦都係考慮翻係咪有需要收集個人資料啦。如果你會收集個人資料嘅話，餐廳呢啲餐飲業界應該提供一個收集個人資料聲明，說明翻有關收集資料嘅目的同埋用途等等嘅資訊。如果餐飲業界係會諗住將收集咗嘅個人資料咧作直接促銷嘅用途嘅時候咧，應該清楚咁話翻俾顧客聽，亦都需要徵求佢嘅同意。而當你徵求佢哋嘅同意嘅時候，呢啲嘅選項咧，盡量都唔好預設為同意啦。另一方面啦，如果你呢啲餐飲業界係提供電子點餐服務嘅時候咧，係會透過第三方嘅服務供應商咧去作為一個點餐平台嘅時候，你哋作為餐廳作為一個資料使用者咧，亦都有責任咧去確保呢啲平台咧係有足夠嘅資訊保安措施啦，以避免咧任何從顧客收集得嚟嘅個人資料咧係會唔受到保障啦。另一方面啦，當餐廳去提供一啲二維碼點餐嘅時候，亦都應該定期咁去檢查下呢啲二維碼會唔會俾人惡意嘅鼠改咗。最後啦，餐廳亦都應該制定一個明確嘅資料保留政策，定期去刪除一啲過時或者唔必要嘅個人資料。我暫時嘅介紹咧就去到呢度，我將時間咧先交翻俾專員。
唔該晒 Brad。 我哋而家有請專員為我哋做一個簡單嘅英文總結。May we now invite our Privacy Commissioner to recap some key points of today's media briefing in English. Ms. Jones, please.
In the following section, let me recap the key points of our presentation in English. I will first present on the work of my office in 2023. For inquiries, my office received a total of almost 16,000 public inquiries last year, representing a 7% increase year-on-year. And about 1/3 of the inquiries related to the collection and use of personal data, such as the collection and use of Hong Kong identity card numbers and copies. And the other inquiries most of them related to the complaint handling policy of my office, the application of the Personal Data Privacy Ordinance, the handling of personal data in employment cases, and also some of them relate to access to and correction of personal data. In 2023, we received 793 inquiries relating to personal data frauds, which represented a 12% increase when compared to the figure in 2022, the year before. With regard to complaints, we received 3,582 complaints for 2023, and this represented a drop of about 7% year-on-year. This was mainly attributable to a drop in the number of doxing cases handled by us over last year. If you take a look at the red part in the bar chart, the red part, you will see that they relate to doxing-related complaints, and there was a drop from 630 cases to 525 cases in 2023, and this represented about 17% drop in the number. However, if you take a look at the blue part, which related to the number of doxing cases uncovered by us by proactive online patrols, the drop is even more significant. It dropped from over 1,000 cases in 2022, the year before, to 231 cases in 2023, and the drop is about 80%. This slide shows the top 5 private sectors which attracted most complaints. And you will see that banking and finance and also the property management sectors topped the list, followed by retails, telecommunications, and clinical services. For compliance checks, we initiated 393 compliance checks last year, and the figure was comparable to that of the year before. And for last year, in 2023, we received 157 data breach notifications, with 48 launched by the public sector and 109 from the private sector. And if we take a look at the total figure of 157, this represented a significant increase of 50% when compared to the figure in 2022. From the pie chart to the left of this slide, you will see that 41% of the reported cases involved hacking. Another 27% involved the loss of documents or portable devices. And the other causes leading to the data breach incidents included, for example, inadvertent disclosure of personal data by email, post, or fax, employee misconduct, system misconfiguration. And if we take a deeper look at the number of hacking cases which we received last year, actually the number more than doubled that of the previous year. And there was a significant increase from 29 cases which involved hacking in 2022 to 64 cases which involved hacking in 2023. Mind you, these 64 cases also included hacking cases related to an instant messaging app. And these kind of cases accounted for 23 cases of the total out of the 64 cases. Hacker groups or ransomware involved in data breach incidents in 2023. From this slide, you will see that Lockbit and Blackhat topped the list, with Lockbit involved in 6 of the reported cases and Blackhat in another 2 cases. Whereas all the other hacker groups or ransomware were only involved in isolated cases, only involved in 1 case. If I may now turn to our work on doxing. In 2023, we handled a total of 755 doxing cases, representing a significant drop of 50% year on year. And as I have said, this was mainly attributable to the significant drop in the number of doxing cases which we uncovered through our proactive online patrols. And actually, the drop in the number of doxing cases online was in the region of about 80%. If we take a look at the cumulative situation from the implementation of the privacy ordinance back in 2021, October 2021, to the end of last year, we handled a total of 2,884 doxing cases. And this included doxing cases uncovered by our proactive online patrols and also doxing-related complaints. As regards the doxing complaints received by us in 2023, you'll see that the cases mainly involved monetary disputes and family and relationship disputes. And these 2 categories alone accounted for over 60% of the total. And you will also see that political dispute only accounted for 2% of the total. I believe that this phenomenon and the significant drop in the number of doxing messages online was mainly because of the deterring effect of our enforcement actions and also because of a more cordial atmosphere in the society. Cessation notices. Under the amendment ordinance, as you may be aware, we do have power to issue cessation notices to request the removal of doxing messages. In 2023, we issued a total of 378 cessation notices to 23 online platforms, requesting them to remove over 10,000 doxing messages. And I'm very happy to report that, notwithstanding that most of these doxing platforms or most of these online platforms were operated overseas, we have been successful in achieving a compliance rate of over 95%. And other than individual doxing messages, we have been successful in removing 117 doxing channels after the issue of the cessation notices. Remember that all these channels, they may contain hundreds or even thousands of doxing messages. Cumulatively, if we take a look at the position from 2021 onwards, during the 2-year period, or slightly more than 2-year period, we issued a total of 1,878 cessation notices to 41 online platforms, and we requested the removal of over 28,000 doxing messages. The compliance rate was over 95%, with 192 doxing channels removed after the issue of the cessation notices. And this was on top of the removal of individual doxing messages. Criminal investigations. In 2023, last year, we initiated 140 criminal investigations, and we referred 31 cases to the police for further follow-up actions. The cases were referred to the police because under the privacy ordinance, we are required to refer cases which involved the more serious doxing offenses which caused specified harm to the victims to the police. And other than that, if the case involved crimes other than those under the privacy ordinance, we have to refer them to the police. For arrest operations, we mounted a total of 30 arrest operations in the year, with a total of 31 suspects arrested, and 2 of the operations were mounted as joint operations with the police. Cumulatively, over the 2-year period, we initiated 254 criminal investigations, referred 63 cases to the police for further investigation and follow-up actions, and we mounted a total of 42 arrest operations with 43 suspects arrested. I will now turn to the report on food ordering using mobile apps or QR codes at restaurants. As you are aware, dining out has become increasingly common nowadays, with an increasing number of restaurants offering electronic ordering services that allow customers to order food by either using a mobile app or by scanning a QR code. However, my office also noticed that when restaurants provide this kind of electronic food ordering services, they may collect personal data, and this will pose some risk to personal data privacy. And that is why, over the past 3 months, my office carried out visits to 60 restaurants that offer electronic food ordering services in order to assess their data collection practices, including 10 restaurants that offered mobile apps for food ordering and 50 restaurants, 50 restaurants that provided QR codes for food ordering. And here are the review results. We found that out of the 60 restaurants which provided electronic food ordering services, basically all of them also offered non-electronic means for food ordering. For example, over the counter or ask the waiter to order the food. And out of the 50 restaurants that used or provided QR codes for food ordering, only 4 of them collected customers' personal data. And this was on an optional basis. And out of the 10 restaurants which offer mobile apps for food ordering, 4 restaurants required customers to register accounts, and they collected customers' personal data in the registration process. And for the other 6 restaurants, they did allow customers to use the mobile apps in the capacity of guests, that is, without any registration. However, 4 of them still collected customers' data, even though they ordered in the capacity of guests during the payment process. Only 2 of the restaurants did not collect customers' data throughout the process. Another important finding of the review is that all restaurants reviewed that offer mobile apps for food ordering basically carried out user tracking. What does that mean? That means that the restaurants collected users' information, customers' information, such as data through cookies, their geographic data, and also their browsing history, transaction records, and also their payment records. So there is quite a lot. And we also find that all these restaurants, all the 10 restaurants that offer mobile apps for food ordering also carried out direct marketing. And in particular, we find that there's one restaurant which carried out direct marketing, but apparently the restaurant did not obtain consent from its customers.
And that is why, in respect of that restaurant, we have initiated an investigation according to the normal procedure. Through this review, we have also published a pamphlet today to offer recommendations to customers and also to the food and beverage industry. For customers, if they are using mobile apps for food ordering, we advise them to understand the information to be collected and shared by the apps before they decide whether to use or download the app. They should also consider whether they should download or use the app solely for the purposes of in-restaurant dining. In addition, we advise them to read the personal information collection statement carefully, to determine or check the privacy setting of the mobile app in order to adjust the privacy setting to limit the access permission given to the app. And in particular, they should also check whether the app provides an option to them on direct marketing. If they don't want to receive all the direct marketing materials, they should adjust the privacy setting and indicate that they object to such direct marketing. For customers who scan QR codes for food ordering, we advise them to check the authenticity of the QR code, whether the QR code has been maliciously tampered with. They should also check the authenticity of the relevant website and the third-party ordering platform. And we also advise them not to provide personal data as far as possible. If they are required to provide personal data, they should only provide the minimum of personal data in order to place the food orders. Recommendations to the food and beverage industry. In the same pamphlet, we provide recommendations to the industry, and we advise the industries try not to collect personal data of customers as far as practicable. If they really need to collect customers' personal data, they should limit that to the minimum amount of personal data. And they should also allow customers to place orders as guests, that is without registration, if they are offering any mobile apps for food ordering. In addition, if they are using customers' data for direct marketing, they should inform and seek the relevant consent from customers. Because basically, under the privacy ordinance, it is an offense if anyone uses another person's data for direct marketing without obtaining consent from that person and without going through a set of specified procedures to provide the customer with specified information. And we also advise the industry that the setting for options for direct marketing should not be set as agreed by default. They should, for restaurants which provide QR codes for food ordering, they should also regularly check whether the QR codes have been maliciously tampered with. And they should also formulate a data retention policy, and they should not retain the data for a period which is longer than what is necessary. So with that, I've come to the end of my summary. And if you have any questions, we are more than happy to answer them. Thank you.
唔該晒專員。跟住落嚟呢係答問時間，大家如果有問題嘅話呢，可以舉手。咁我哋呢會有同事交個咪俾你嘅。請各位喺發問之前呢，首先講出你嘅名啦，同埋所屬嘅機構。So now we open the floor for questions. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and let us know your name and organization. 或者我哋有冇邊位記者朋友想發問？或者灰色衫嗰位記者朋友。
English questions from the Standard. So first question is that the data breach cases surged last year. So I want to ask, why did the cases surge so much last year? And also among the cases involved hacking also doubled. So why is that? And also in last year, there are several data breach incidents happened involved in government department due to system security issues or some employee misconduct. So will the commission in this year further cooperate with the government to maybe educate their employee and also to further strengthen the security system security? And also the third question is any inquiries or complaints have received by the commission related to the electronic food ordering this year, last year? Thank you.
You mean complaints for your last question?
Any inquiries or complaints received related to the electronic food ordering by QR code or the mobile app? Yes.
I'll try to deal with your questions one by one. Basically, I've dropped down 4 questions. The first question is the reasons for the increase in data breach reported cases. As we observe the whole pattern for the whole year last year, there was a significant increase in the number of reported cases in the fourth quarter of last year. That is from October to December. And I believe that this was primarily because of the 2 major data breach incidents which happened in September, as a result of which enterprises and also businesses, their awareness of the enterprises and businesses increased, and this led to the increase in the number of reported cases. And the other reason is because of the hacking cases which involved an instant messaging app, because that phenomenon happened in about late September, October. And that is why for the fourth quarter of last year, we received a total of 67 reported cases. 67 reported cases out of 155 reported cases. And this included, as I have said during the presentation, 23 reported cases relating to the hacking of an instant messaging app. However, leaving that figure aside, there was still a very significant increase in the number of reported cases. And I would say that this was partly because of our increased promotion and educational activities as well. And that is why the awareness has increased, leading to more cases being reported to us. And the second question you asked relates to why was there an increase in the hacking cases. I would say that because the total number of reported cases has increased significantly by about 50%, it's not surprising that we found more hacking cases out of the total. And I would say internationally, we also noticed that that is an increasing trend in the number of hacking cases. And for last year, remember this number of hacking cases also included the hacking cases of an instant messaging app. Okay, and I believe that this also accounted for an increase in the number of figures. For government departments, actually the work of my office has been continuing and ongoing for the whole year. And we provided training courses to both private organizations and public organizations, including government departments. And we also work closely with the Office of the Chief Government Information Officer in working out appropriate guidelines or in providing advice if necessary. Remember that in June last year, we already published the guidance note on the handling of data breach incidents and also the reporting of data breach incidents. So I believe that would help government departments and other organizations, including public and private organizations, to upgrade the systems and also to watch out for hacking activities. As to your last question, whether there was any increase in the complaints relating to electronic food ordering, I would say that, as I have said, the background for the review is because we noticed that there was an increasing trend for people to dine out and for customers to provide all these electronic food ordering services. However, at the same time, we noticed that all these restaurants, they also collect, some of them also collect personal data. And that is why we need to carry out a review of the overall situation. And we also noticed media reports on the subject, indicating that there were concerns in the society as well. And that is why, even though we did not receive any complaints on the subject, we carried out the review proactively in order to assess the situation.
好，或者呢個灰色衫呢位嘅記者朋友。
喂，係你好啊 ，Now 嘅，想問下咧，上年2023年度咧，資料外泄最嚴重係邊一單事件呢？係因為咩事而外泄呢？涉及幾多人同埋有啲咩資料外泄咗呢？另外想問下，就話公署之前就建議政府去修例引入強制性通報同埋罰款機制啦。咁想問個進度去到咩地步呢？同埋想問個罰款嘅準則暫時會想點樣衡量？同埋都想用翻中文去問翻，即係點解上年嗰個hacking 嗰個問題嚴重咗，同埋可以點樣喺今年可以避免類似嘅事件呢？唔該。
三條問題，第一條咧就係上年嗰個黑客被騎劫點解多咗係嘛？咁呢個咧就正如我頭先所講咧，主要嚟講咧，我相信咧就係由於9月份啦，就有2宗比較大型嘅資料外泄事故啦，咁就引致機構啦同埋企業啦嗰個警覺性係提高咗，咁亦都係變相咧就令到佢哋譬如話發生呢啲資料外泄事故嘅時候咧，就會第一時間嚟我哋度通報。咁另外咧，我哋其實喺全年嚟講咧，都係做咗大量呢個數據安全嘅宣傳啦，同埋教育工作。咁我頭先亦都有提到，我哋甚至咧係去到機構嗰度咧，係度身訂造咧，係為佢哋提供一啲培訓課程嘅。咁我哋咧就覺得呢個亦都有幫助咧，係機構咧係提高佢哋嘅意識，咁所以嚟報嘅資料外泄事故咧係多咗嘅。咁另外一個原因咧，就係我頭先講咧，就係喺舊年大概9月份開始咧，就有一個即時通訊軟件被黑客騎劫嘅現象啦。咁喺嗰度咧，我哋亦都收咗咧係23宗嘅通報，咁而影響嘅帳戶人數咧係有1600幾人。咁至於話邊個宗數係最嚴重咧咁樣，咁呢個咧就其實每單個案嘅情況咧，對機構嚟講咧都係嚴重嘅，因為都會影響佢哋嗰個實際運作。咁有時咧甚至係實際運作咧要停幾日，咁先可以修復翻成個系統。咁所以咧就喺公署嚟講咧，我哋每一個個案咧，我哋都係好嚴肅咁樣跟進嘅。咁至於話每一個個案牽涉幾多人啊？咁呢個真係要視乎佢嗰個外泄嘅範圍啦，同埋佢嘅數量啦。咁當然啦，有啲已經喺媒體度廣泛報導啦。咁我喺呢度咧就唔再重複啦。咁至於修例方面咧，私隱公署同政府咧係一路緊密咁咧係審視緊私隱條例嗰個修訂嘅。咁我哋亦都係作出咗一啲係具體比較初步嗰個修訂嘅方向。咁譬如話包括呢個引入強制性嘅資料外泄事故通報啦，係加強呢個私隱條例之下嘅罰則啦。另外咧就譬如係直接規管呢個資料處理者啦。咁亦都係要求機構咧係設立一個資料保留嘅政策啦。咁呢幾方面咧，我哋都係有共識嘅。咁如果係一有呢個具體嘅修例建議咧，我哋係會係諮詢係立法會嘅。
下一位或者格仔衫灰色。
你好，明報嘅想問下專員呢，舊年就發生咗消委會同埋即係數碼港資料外泄嘅事件啦，想問呢兩單嘅調查進度去到邊啦？幾時會即係發表個調查報告啦？咁第二就想問翻呢，即係政府嚟緊下半年呢，就住一啲即係網絡安全法就會立法。咁見到其實舊年關於一啲資料外泄黑客嘅事故，其實都佔咗40%，都有個上升嘅趨勢。有冇話希望嚟緊呢個網絡安全法嘅守則呢？其實都即係有同政府傾過去。即係加翻一啲關於資料外泄啊，或者點樣保障個人私隱一啲個人私隱嘅條例咁樣啦。咁最尾就想問下咧，喺嗰個停止披露通知方面，舊年咧都見到嗰個遵從率係有95%啦。想問下，另外嗰5%其實涉及啲乜嘢原因唔遵從翻公署嘅一啲通知啦？咁係涉及咩平台？咁同埋前年其實有考慮過話即係去研究去封鎖 Telegram 呢啲做法，其實係咪都未必會考慮咧？咁另外就想問翻郭生啦，由即係嗰個調查報告，其實即係啱啱見到話有7間預設同意啦，同埋1間係冇就住嗰個收集資料咧作出一個聲明。想問呢幾間分別係即係邊啲嘅餐廳啦？咁同埋呢啲做法其實有冇涉及違反到一啲私隱條例啦？同埋有冇即係去提醒翻啲餐廳要就住呢啲即係收集個人資料方面要做翻好啲咧？唔該。
一共5條問題，多謝你嘅問題。咁啊，第一條問題咧就有關消委會同埋你頭先講數碼港嗰個資料外泄事故嗰個調查進度。咁呢個咧就其實一般嚟講咧，我哋公署喺收到一個資料外泄事故通報之後咧，我哋都係會依據既定程序咧，睇下嗰個資料外泄事故嗰個性質啦、嚴重性啦，然後決定係會唔會啟動調查嘅。咁喺調查嘅過程中咧，係我哋咧就係唔會話特別再去評論嗰個相關嘅個案。咁但係喺呢兩個個案入邊咧，就我亦都了解咧，社會亦都係有廣泛嘅關注嘅。咁所以我喺呢度咧，亦都作出一個簡單嘅報告啦。喺數碼港方面咧，我哋係喺舊年嘅8月18號咧，係收到佢哋嘅資料外泄事故通報啦。咁我哋係隨即係根據既定程序咧，就係展開調查嘅。咁亦都係建議咗佢哋咧，係盡快係通知受影響嘅人士，係包括所有受影響嘅人士。咁截至今日為止咧，我哋係一共向數碼港咧係作出咗4次嘅查詢。咁而數碼港咧，亦都係作出咗3次嘅回覆。咁現時嚟講咧，我哋了解咧，係數碼港係委託咗網絡安全顧問公司咧，係撰寫一個獨立嘅調查報告嘅。咁我哋仍然係等緊呢個調查報告。咁如果一收到呢個調查報告咧，我希望咧，我哋可以係整體咁樣去評估成件事啦。咁呢個咧就係第一件案件個案啦，你提出嗰個問題啦。咁至於第二個個案涉及消委會嘅情況呢，我哋係喺舊年9月21號收到消委會嘅資料外泄事故通報。咁我哋亦都係隨即呢，係根據既定程序呢，係啟動嗰個調查嘅。咁當然同時呢，我哋亦都建議消委會係通知所有係受影響或者可能受影響嘅人士。咁喺調查嘅過程中咧，係截到今日為止咧，我哋係作出咗3次嘅查詢。咁而消委會咧，亦都係作出咗5次嘅回覆。咁最新近嘅咧，我哋咧就係等緊去嗰個進一步嘅資料，因為佢哋係攞咗延期嘅嚇。咁而家係等緊佢哋進一步嘅資料。咁就希望係收到進一步嘅資料之後咧，我哋亦都可以係成個個案咧係整體咁樣審視嚇。咁由於兩個個案咧都係調查進行中咧，我就不方便咧係再進一步評論啦。咁呢個咧就係第一條問題啦。咁另外第二條問題咧就係有關嗰個
有40%嘅上升啦，就黑客有呢個資料外泄事故係有涉及黑客嘅咧，有40%嘅上升。咁我哋會唔會係話出一啲指引啊，或者甚至係徵詢政府方面啊咁樣？咁呢個咧其實我哋咧喺數據安全方面咧呢幾年咧都係做咗大量嘅工作嘅，因為我哋睇到咧國際性咧亦都有一個資料外泄事故上升嘅趨勢。譬如喺澳洲啊，佢哋亦都有一啲好大型嘅資料外泄事故。咁所以我哋喺2022年嘅年中咧，我哋其實就已經係出咗一個資料係指引，係建議機構咧喺資料保安方面咧係應該係採取乜嘢措施。咁嗰個指引咧就係好全面嘅，就係特別亦都適合一啲中小企係使用嘅。咁而喺舊年年中咧，喺舊年嘅6月咧，我哋亦都係已經出咗咧一個資料外泄事故嘅處理嘅指引啦，同埋係通報嘅指引。咁亦都為機構啦、企業啦提供好全面嘅指引咧，就係點樣去處理一個資料外泄事故啊，同埋建議佢哋咧係應該要有一個資料外泄事故嘅應變計劃，即係唔係話發生事故咧先去睇下要點樣去補救，而係喺未發生事故之前咧都已經要有一個應變計劃，而係咧就係未雨綢繆。咁呢個我哋喺舊年年中咧其實已經出咗㗎啦。咁另外咧就講到嗰個停止披露通知書方面咧，就你提到咧就我哋嗰個遵從率有95%啦。咁另外5%就點樣咧？其實嗰5%咧我哋係會繼續跟進嘅。咁嗰5%咧就係相關嘅機構啦，係冇依從我哋嘅停止披露通知係移除呢啲起底嘅信息。咁我哋睇到相關嘅情況之後咧，係會考慮咧係發出呢個警告信嘅。咁亦都會係持續咁樣跟進嘅個案。咁甚至咧係會將有關嘅個案咧向我哋嘅海外嘅個人資料保障機構或者私隱保障機構咧係表達。咁我哋亦都有啲個案咧就同海外嘅機構表達咗之後咧，亦都係成功移除咗相關嘅起底信息嘅。咁至於頭先你講到特別有一個頻道，我哋需唔需要再考慮呢個封鎖咧？現時嚟睇咧，大家睇到嗰個數目，其實我哋嘅打擊起底方面嘅工作咧，我會覺得咧已經係有好大嘅成效。咁亦都喺網上起底嘅信息咧，已經係大幅係減少咗80%嘅。咁喺呢個情況嘅時候咧，我係唔覺得咧係需要再採取一啲係更嚴厲或者係影響成個頻道嘅嗰個披露嘅工作嘅。咁或者最後嗰條，我請郭主任答。
好啊。頭先你問就係話7間將有關直銷選項嗰個同意咧預設為同意係邊7間咧？咁其實喺我哋個檢視報告裏邊個附表其實都會有羅列出嚟嘅。咁我喺度簡單咁介紹一下啦。咁包括啦，即係10間嘅應用程式嘅餐廳咧，包括會有7間就係大快活、元氣壽司、肯德基、麥當勞、譚仔三哥米線同埋譚仔雲南米線、香港吉野家。咁但係咧，當我哋去作出查詢嘅時候咧，麥當勞已經回覆咗我哋咧，亦都已經更新咗佢嗰個應用程式咧，就已經取消咗呢個預設選項㗎啦。咁另外頭先就係呢7間啦。我哋會建議機構就唔好將呢啲嘅同意咧作為一個即係預設同意啦。咁應該係個選擇由翻個資料當事人即係顧客自己去自行選擇翻。
好，時間關係，我哋剔多最後2條問題，或者呢位。
係，兩位你好啊，有線嘅，主要想請教翻呢，頭先都有提過，即係嗰個資料外泄事故嗰度咧，咁見到其實即係舊年嘅外泄事故入面，有啲都即係有唔少都係一啲即係大型機構啦。咁其實公署檢視完個案之後咧，其實係咪即係有關嘅機構即係喺個即係個人資料個保安方面，或者一啲個資訊保安方面係即係做得粗疏而導致一啲事故嘅發生咧？因為見到都有成40%係其實係涉及個黑客入侵啦。第二樣就係想問翻就係嗰個起底行為嗰度啦。咁見到其實嗰個即係起底，即係舊年個起底嗰個情況，其實就係比2022年係少咗好多啦。咁其實公署 署有冇話即係個原因係點解咧？第三就係想問翻嗰個電子點餐嗰度啦，見到即係越嚟越多而家即係唔少餐廳都係有呢類嘅服務嘅時候，其實公署覺得有冇需要話即係有一啲嘅規管去規管翻佢哋就住個人資料嗰個收集咧？唔該。
三條問題。咁第一條問題咧就有關機構嗰個資料外泄事故。咁呢個咧就我頭先亦都有報告過咧，就係公私營機構都有嘅。咁其實咧，如果話佔比咧係私營機構係比較多嘅。咁而嗰個原因方面咧，就我哋頭先亦都有分析過嘅。大概40%咧就係黑客入侵啦，大概有30%接近30%咧就係遺失文件或者變群式裝置，即係 USB 啦。咁另外咧就係大概有10%咧就係經電郵啊、郵遞啊或者傳真咧係意外咁樣披露個人資料。咁而頭先你講到僱員違規咧，只不過係小部分10%嘅。咁所以咧整體上嚟講咧，我哋會覺得咧，主要嚟講咧都係可能係員工嗰個意識方面係唔夠啦。咁因為黑客入侵咧。有時咧就黑客可能係因應系統嘅漏洞啦，咁亦都有時咧可能員工咧真係見到一啲釣魚嘅連結、超連結，一 click 咗入去咧就已經係可以黑客咧攞到佢嘅帳戶嘅。咁呢方面咧係喺宣傳啊、教育方面啊都會有幫助。咁當然咧有啲個案咧，我哋亦都睇到係嗰個公司本身嗰個系統係有問題。咁而公司知道個系統有一啲漏洞嘅時候咧，仍然係冇去修補，咁就令到咧引致係黑客咧係可以利用呢啲漏洞咧就係攻擊成個系統。咁至於第二條問題，起底下跌嘅個案下跌嘅原因，咁呢個咧就特別係喺網上起底嘅信息咧，我哋留意到咧係有大概80%嘅下跌嘅情況。咁呢個情況咧，我相信同我哋嘅2年嚟嘅執法啦係有成效啦，亦都係有一個阻嚇性啦。咁另外咧，亦都係社會氣氛咧係轉趨平和係有關嘅。咁另外講到電子點餐啦，電子點餐嘅收集個人資料方面咧，其實而家私隱條例咧係已經係有規管嘅，因為私隱條例咧就6個保障資料原則係規管資料嘅收集啦、處理啦、使用啦，甚至係銷毀嘅。咁所以而家私隱條例咧已經係有一個好全面嘅成個處理資料週期嘅規管。我覺得咧現時嚟講就唔需要再引入其他嘅法例。咁而我哋今日除咗發表一個報告之外咧，即係呢個報告之外咧，我哋亦都係發表咗呢一個資料單張。咁呢個單張咧，我會稱之為貼士單張。咁呢個貼士單張咧，就已經係提供咗俾顧客啦，即係一般市民同埋食肆咧，係點樣去做得更加好，同埋市民嚟講咧，點樣去保障佢哋嘅個人資料私隱嘅，或者都剔多3條問題咯，好嗎？
數碼港嗰個通報啦，但係當時數碼港都隔咗超過半個月先至向公眾交代呢件事，其實覺得呢個做法理唔理想呢？即係如果早啲俾公眾知道嘅話，會唔會涉事嘅事主都可以自己早啲作出一啲防範呢？同埋想問下頭先提到修例嗰個問題呢，即係明白而家係仲傾緊啦，但係可唔可以了解下公署嗰個建議？譬如喺強制通報方面，即係可能事件發生幾耐要通報呢？嗰個罰則又係點樣釐定呢？唔該你。
就2條問題，第一條問題咧就有關一個特定嘅個案，正如我頭先講咧，就個案咧仍然係調查當中啦，咁所以咧就我唔再進一步評論啦。咁但係咧一般嚟講咧，就我哋係強烈建議機構咧係一發生資料外泄事故嘅時候咧，係要盡快向我哋作出通報嘅，因為去盡快向我哋作出通報咧。其實我哋亦都會係俾一啲建議去點樣去處理呢個資料外泄事故，同埋亦都會係建議去咧係盡快通知所有受影響嘅資料當事人。咁呢個咧我哋係一路會跟進嘅。咁喺呢個個案嚟講咧，其實我哋都係根據一般嘅做法咧去做嘅。咁至於修例方面咧，
係我哋係已經同政府咧一路係緊密係審視緊修例嘅範圍同埋係具體嘅方案。咁如果話強制性通報方面咧，我哋其實而家係研究緊呢係細節，譬如話強制性通報嗰個門檻係點咧？係需要幾耐通報咧？嗰個罰則係點咧？咁呢方面我哋全部都係考慮在內嘅。咁現時嚟講咧，我哋亦都係參考緊海外嘅各個司法管轄區嗰個條例啦，係亦都包括內地嗰個條例啦，甚至係外國嘅罰則啦，就去考慮翻，亦都考慮翻香港嘅實際情況啦。咁我哋一有具體嘅建議咧，我哋係會徵詢立法會嘅。最後兩條。
Hi, Connor from the South China Morning Post. Do you consider the surge in hacking incidents you observed cause for alarm or a reflection of a failure to protect user data by private and public companies? My second question is, what should be done to further protect user personal data against such hacking incidents? And my third question is, given the amount of personal data these restaurants are collecting through their mobile apps, are you concerned at all it could be put at risk by such a hacking incident moving forward? Thank you.
Thank you for the incidents. Actually, I think I can deal with your first question and the last question together because they all relate to hacking incidents. I would say that the increase in hacking incidents did raise concern on our part because apparently there was an increase in the number of hacking incidents, and this increase, I do believe that it not only happened in Hong Kong, but it happened worldwide because we noticed that there were major hacking incidents which happened in other jurisdictions as well. For example, in Australia, last year they had several major hacking incidents. And so this is a worldwide trend which call for attention and which call for additional amount of work to be done. And that is why over the past, I would say, 2 or 3 years, one of the focus of my office is on data security and data privacy. Of course, data privacy. We have been doing a lot of education and promotion activities on data security. And in last November, we have jointly conducted a survey with the Hong Kong Productivity Council on the cyber security readiness of Hong Kong enterprises. And the survey was done in order to raise awareness to the importance of data security, cyber security. And also in November last year, we introduced 3 major initiatives, including a data security hotline, a data security thematic website, and also a data security scanner. The scanner, you can find that on our website, and we provide this kind of free of charge services to enterprises so that they can access their data security systems free of charge and easily. And in addition, we also provide tailor-made courses to enterprises. For last year, we have conducted tailor-made courses for 115 enterprises altogether on various aspects to protect personal data privacy, including the aspect of data security. You have raised the question about what more can be done to protect personal data privacy. I think more education and promotional work has to be done by my office, and this will be one of our focuses for this year. And I think awareness is of critical importance in this context because if enterprises or businesses have the awareness to protect the personal data in their possession, I do believe that this will help to enhance the overall security of data security of the data in their possession.
Hello 你好，雜誌社想問咧，舊年就有2% 嘅 起底投訴係政見糾紛啦，想問當中有幾多個係轉介咗俾警方嘅咧？有幾多人係被捕啦？咁可唔可以舉一啲實際嘅例子，佢哋做咗啲咩行為，發佈咗啲咩信息咧？同埋啱啱都提到話呢個數字係比起2022年係大幅下跌啦。想問下2022年有幾多個個案，2023有幾多個個案咧？第二就係想問下舊年有31個人係因為起底而被捕啦。咁當中有幾多個個案係被起訴嘅咧？咁幾多係被定罪咧？咁佢哋嘅平均罰款啊，或者係監禁係幾多咧？咁呢個起訴罪成平均罰款呢個數字前年又係點樣嘅咧？咁第三方面就係想問下資料外泄，咁157宗嘅資料外泄通報啦，想問下總共受影響嘅人數有幾多咧？呢個人數同2022年嘅比較嘅係點樣咧？可唔可以評估下呢個上升或者下降嘅趨勢原因係點？
或者喺最後嗰條問題嘗試答翻你先啦。資料外泄事故咧，舊年咧我哋影響嘅人數咧，我記得咧就係大概60萬人到嘅。咁今年咧我哋就未有呢個統計嘅。咁呢個我哋會繼續做嘅。咁因為今年其實都要啱啱即係成個年係啱完結咗啦。咁我哋要再係每個個案去評估嘅。咁然後咧就喺起底方面咧，講到轉介嘅個案咧，其實轉介嘅個案咧，我哋就唔係睇話嗰個個案涉及乜嘢原因或者係乜嘢背景嘅人士。我哋主要係睇嗰個個案咧，係唔係話條例規定我哋要轉介俾警方？因為私隱條例修訂咗之後咧，係規定如果有一啲個案咧係真係對呢個受害者有一個指明傷害嘅話咧，我哋係需要轉介俾警方，因為呢啲係一啲比較嚴重嘅起底罪行。咁另一方面咧，亦都要睇嗰個個案咧係有冇涉及一啲其他嘅罪行。例如譬如話去披露咗一啲私密嘅相片咁可能係違反咗呢個喺呢個警方嗰邊嘅執法刑事罪行條例咁樣。咁我哋亦都要將呢啲案件咧係轉介俾警方。咁所以你話就住某一類型嘅案件，我哋係轉介咗幾多俾警方？咁呢個我哋冇呢方面嘅一個統計嘅。咁另外咧就係喺2022年嚟講咧，就因為政見唔同嗰個百分比，我記得就應該係其實差唔多嘅，但係就應該比今年嘅2%咧係多少少。咁但係都唔係一個主流嚟嘅，主流咧都主要應該係金錢糾紛或者係家庭糾紛感情糾紛咁樣。咁至於起訴同埋定罪嘅案件咧，因為而家我哋嘅分工咧就係私隱公署咧就即係好似警方咁樣去執法，我哋咧就係負責刑事調查，同埋係我哋亦都會做呢個拘捕啦。咁然後拘捕咗之後咧，我哋咧就一般嚟講，我哋都係會諮詢律政司嘅意見。咁然後因應律政司嘅意見，睇下證據充唔充分，然後咧就由律政司嗰方面咧就係俾意見話起唔起訴嘅。咁所以而家咧就去到起訴定罪嗰啲已經嗰啲數字咧，其實就喺法庭嗰方面先有。
唔該晒專員，亦都唔該晒 Brett。今日咧嚟到記者會嘅尾聲啦。如果大家稍後有其他問題咧，都可以聯絡翻我哋企業傳訊部嘅同事。我哋都準備咗一啲嘅輕食同埋飲品。再一次多謝大家出席喺呢一度咧，我哋預祝大家身體健康，龍年吉祥。Thank you everyone. That closes our media briefing today. If you have further questions, please contact our colleagues from the Corporate Communications Division. We have also prepared some light meals and drinks for you to take away. Thank you for attending, and may we wish you all a healthy and blessed year of the Dragon. Thank you.
大家新年快樂身體健康。